Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for able to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I'm gonna start with today's show. All right, so it gets the reaction way Mikel Obi, maybe one of the Chelsea former players and Tom pundits now the way when they react for the match we play against them, this video don't go viral all over social media. It is raising a lot of arguments and debates. Now, based on this set piece matter, so Mikel Obi can dey talk with person wey dey with am for studio say this corner wey Arsenal dey play is illegal because him feel say na illegal e be. Say Arsenal dey cheat because how can you tell me the grappling Declan Rice is grappling Joe Pedro, you know those kind, just dey lament, just dey complain, just dey talk plenty. It was funny to me. So former Chelsea midfielder John Obi Mikel, Arsenal, yes, they did win the game, but they were awful. They were horrible to watch. There was no creativity in the team. They were cheating. You get? Are you telling me those corner kicks are legal? Are you telling me Declan Rice grabbing Joe Pedro is legal? Oh, when are they? As I dey look, as I dey listen to it, the first thought wey come for my mind na cry me a river, baby. Cry me a river. Keep crying. Again, we were not creative. Okay, now una dey creative. We were horrible. Now una dey incredible. Okay, make una carry down na incredible and everything creative. Carry am go house now. We go carry our horribleness and our 3 points go house. Get. Make we know which one better pass. Get. Now, do you know the funny thing? Inside that same match we will play, people did not focus on what Chelsea were also doing when we also had a corner. Now, make I show you some pictures wey don also go viral. This one I just the picture plenty online. I no wan go pack all of them. Look at Chelsea's player holding Gyökeres, two arms. Look at the other one sef, two arms. This one I don't want. I just somebody tweet am. I just screenshot am again. That is why I keep telling you that the referees cannot do anything about it because in that same phase of play, Arsenal dey hold, Chelsea dey hold. E get another one, that one I no fit screenshot am. I watch the video. E get one save wey Raya take the hand knack ball comot. You get. Before Raya do that thing, one Chelsea player, whether na I don forget who that person be, whether that's na Tosin. That person hold Raya, even match Raya leg, as in hold Raya, Raya no gree. One thing be say Raya dey always face all this battle head on. You get. Na only once I don see Raya go dey complain to referee. Only one, I think it was against Brentford because Brentford their own physicality dey out of this world. In fact, we never see physicality na always make we play Everton. Na there you go see person wey dey call James Tarkowski, battle ready warrior. You never see anything na. When you play Everton, when you play Brentford, na there you go know wetin dey call physicality. Na there you go know say every throw in na corner. They never really see anything. So Chelsea do us, we do Chelsea, but because now we score. In fact, the 3 goals wey dem score for that match, na we score the 3 goals. One na own goal, Nketiah score am. You get. So na we score the whole goal. For me, Chelsea no score anything. Na we score everything. So because now we win, that's why I see everybody come dey attack us, and that is fine. Now look at what Liverpool are trying to do. Do you know that Liverpool are secretly building a team of giants? Look at Van Dijk, 1.95. I don't even know say this Leone wey dem buy, even though taller than Van Dijk. Do you know what it means for a defender to be taller than Van Dijk? You go know say that one na giant. And small boy o, but he dey taller than Van Dijk. Na him be the person wey get ACL wey be say na till next season go start. Look at Xhaka wey dem don sign till next season, 6 foot also. Look at Gravenberch. Look at Isak. Look at Ekiti Pikin, 1.92. Look at Cody Gakpo, 1.92. These are how many players? 8 players wey fit dey for the first 11 normal. And these are possible giants. So for you to know say this set piece wey dey talk about, next season go worse. Everybody is preparing. Liverpool don pack their own giant dey come. When we dey sign all those players, people no know wetin we wan do. They don understand am now because these low blocks, this is the antidote. Na wetin we wan use as the antidote. Now, when you go into the goal.com report, goal.com currently talk about Inter's player Leon, as an Inter player, Inter potential player wey Inter wan sign Leon Goretzka, and we sef wan sign am. Now the salary demands wey the guy dey make, how much he wan collect. Now according to say the guy dey request for that's 6.5 million euros net per season. So whether Arsenal go for am or maybe Arsenal will go for me, I think why we wanted to sign this guy in January because for January really you don't really have much options to look at in the window. But once we don't enter summer, I don't really, honestly, for me, I don't really think we'll still be looking at Leon Goretzka. You get? Maybe we'll try to get a younger player, somebody like maybe Sandro Tonali, other players with it back, you get? Because this Leon Goretzka, now, if you bring her now, it's like, now Rugbo, you get? So we will still put our bench. Now, all this kind of Giorgio type of player, you get? All those kind of Noga type of player. We say, you just buy them to beef up your numbers. But it will make sense people could buy a first 11 quality, even if in the bench, we're going to say, yes, that one fit enter. Look at Nkapi. That one a first 11 quality. Imagine Calafiri no fit see game time again. Calafiri now they plan to go back to Roma because Nkapi don't call be that place. My Suskari himself no fit. Was it not this morning I was reading the report, somebody that advised my Suskari is making calm down in time they come. But the stage you dey now no play. Imagine the level of physicality you do for the league. Don't carry my Suskari go put there. You understand me now? The league is very, very physical now. Now people they go relegation, they fight, say we know they go say one fight, one stay. You get look how Wolves did to Liverpool, we'll still get there, you get. So now we need to play the best legs. My happiness we say for the first time in a long while, we did this type of stage and we get almost a full squad. Apart from maybe Merino, who else is out? The remaining people they out, maybe na niggles here and there, not really something substantial like that. Now let Merino be this person say get that kind of major injury with the out. Every other person is available. What you going to look now? Maybe they are they fit or maybe they are not fit. Now the major talking points you're going to look at now. Away from that, they're going to go call Tony Pulis. For those who don't know who Tony Pulis be, Tony Pulis now legendary Stoke manager. When they thrive in set pieces, when they talk about people wey be say set piece na their food for this league, far back, Tony Pulis with all those shock rocks, Peter Crouch them, Charlie Adams them, you get na them, and Rory Delap. You see wetin Kayode dey learn well Rory Delap dey. All those tall, clean ball, and then Rory Delap first run am now. We be say they go launch every throw in a corner. So now they call am say based on wetin Arteta dey do, everybody don dey look for solution. Nobody don see solution. Can you please use your massive experience and let us know if to say you dey for this league, how you for take defend these set pieces wey Arsenal dey do? Because people are finding it difficult to defend. Look at Chelsea. The last time we played them, Chelsea carried 3 players. No be this last one or the immediate one before this one. Chelsea carried 3 players, go put for midfield. Arsenal carry players, block them. People were thinking Chelsea were going to do the same thing now. But back will work. Because people were thinking maybe that's going to be the way people go to stop the set pieces. It no work at all. Now, do you know the funny thing? Tony Pulis no get any answer. Instead, he's calling for rules to be implemented, rules change. Now, Tony Pulis said, because he was talking to TalkSport, he said referees have got to start giving penalties for people who are not even looking at the ball. They are actually grabbing players. And they are talking about, oh, there's a millie in the box. How many times did you see the referee blow his whistle before the corner is taken? Have a word with 2 players. Waste of time. Because they never do anything afterwards anyway. Start giving penalties. Start giving free kicks. And all of a sudden, you won't believe it. It will stop. It will stop. There's absolutely nothing apart from common sense needed in this situation. Now, you see, say physically, there's nothing you can do. Now, when I remember when I bring that argument one time ago, I talk say, if they won't implement any penalty law, so okay, you hold somebody, get the penalty, there will be like maybe 10 penalties per game. Because every corner, this sport is a physical sport. You can't stop anybody from holding anybody. You get? So every corner kick penalty must be. That is just the way it is. But because in terms of numbers of goals scored, we don't score the most. That is why people they focus on us. Don't be like saying only us they run am. Everybody they do am. Pep Guardiola they claim say yes in team no they do. But Baba, where's me Pep get corner? Maybe they lose 1-0. I dey watch Pep press conference. Pep say in team no they do long ball, long throw. I just dey laugh. You know how many long throw I don't see? When we say Man City need goal, they go run am. You get? But they do these things and they'll just come outside and deny. Say, oh, we don't do it, we don't participate, we're not part of it. That one self day. Now, away from that. Now, Pep Guardiola don't come as a kind of reject that claim when they talk say, oh, if Arsenal win the league title, Arsenal will be unworthy winners. Arsenal will be the ugliest winner. Arsenal will be the way they try to demonize us. You get so Pep say no. So him no agree with that line of thought. You get. So this report was put out by the ESPN. Pep Guardiola has rejected suggestions that Arsenal would be undeserving Premier League champions because of their reliance on set pieces goals, but insisted he's happy that his Man City team are able to find different ways to score. Now, Guardiola, however, said he doesn't agree, and then that Arsenal have every right to employ any tactic they think can help them win the title, which is the truth. I'm pretty sure the manager is happy and the players are so happy, Guardiola said. And I'm pretty sure you ask, or if you ask all the Arsenal fans, and they will say, don't change 1 second, don't change our set piece. More they run and they go. They have the feeling when it goes to set pieces, wow, I'm going to score. I'm pretty sure all the teams will want to create that vibe. This is mad, and this is the truth. Now remember when I talk, say there is this psychological edge. We are fighting psychological warfare against opponents. Whenever there's a corner, Arsenal fan go feel say, "Omo, we fit score." Opponent go say, "Hey, Arsenal fit score." You get, there is this tension that comes into the stadium. For some time, we lost that tension, but now it don't come back. You get, so there is this tension that we may score. Now Pep dey talk say many teams they jealous of Arsenal. They would have loved to create that same vibe. Say maybe you want play corner, everybody go feel say go fit enter. They want to create that vibe, but they cannot. You can't give what you don't have. Now, so enjoyable or not, maybe I'm not in agreement with people say no, that the league is not good this season, the winner will not be good. I don't agree. You get now what's in Pep the talk, and you don't end there. Pep can't go on corridor say we are moving in that direction. I pay more attention to set pieces than when I started my career in Barcelona for sure. Much more. Of course, you have to do set pieces, and that's why they talk. Say those who they complain about set pieces. Whenever you have a set pieces, do pass one, pass two, play and go kick. Since you don't want to score with the set pieces, just do pass one, pass two, and just plan to the keeper. Say keeper, yeah, take. They whine me. Now, if it was not a dangerous situation, I would not pay attention. But now, every corner they put the chaos in the near post, far post, second balls, and this kind of stuff. So, of course, you have to pay attention. And despite not putting as much emphasis on set piece goals as some other teams, Guardiola insisted it doesn't matter how you score, as long as the ball is in the back of the net, which is supposed to be common sense. I want to score goals, Pep said. I never prepare a plan to be beautiful. No. That is a business. You have to score goals, and the way you do it, it doesn't matter. The important thing here is to score goals. When I score goals in my long throw, no, because we never use it. See, that's the need they use, or they use them. I don't see them. But a corner, a free kick, wow, I'm so delighted. I'm so happy. That's the truth. You would like to score from corner also. You get. In fact, they never see anything. They never see anything. Next season, we're going to be better than this. Now, Repalo, now be the person who talks, say they give Matthew Skelly advice based on the guy know to get game time again. So when they give advice of next season, say may continue to the show at our training session. How good in there? Because speaking to the Metro, Repalo offered advice on how Skelly can navigate the situation. From the outside looking in, I don't know what they're doing in training or what the attitude with the players who are left is like. But what I would say is when you are left out, you are still in the manager's plans. Don't worry, say maybe you know the plan. But you have to work that bit harder. Make sure the manager sees you and that you are ready to do anything to get into the side. The truth is, there are more senior players ahead of him. Even Calafini, where they are ahead of, I never see chance play. Not to talk of Skelly. You get in capping a warrior. That guy that God sent. He came at the right time. You say no day and all this injury. And Skelly even lost form. Although people will say na match rustiness from not playing a lot of games. I still understand that anyway. Now let's quickly bring you a message from one of our sponsors in Mobile Wealth Associates and Co Limited. They're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shop protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, call them on +234 80 646 424 and they're located at number 7 Kennywood Road or Razi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. Also, I could bring you a message from Leaders Educational Services and Tours Limited. So, if you want to study and live in the United Kingdom, the FAP runner, if you want to do your master's, if you even carry your family, the September 2026 intakes ongoing. They can help you with admission assistance, show you exciting courses that are available, work study opportunities, visa processing. Just apply today. You get. So, if you want to reach out to them, call them on 091 3637 8252 or 08065933339. And their website is www.leadersedutourlimited.com. Their office address is shop 206 207 Road 5 beside Stanbic Bank Ikota Shopping Complex by VGC Lekki Ajah, Lagos State, Nigeria. So if you're interested, you can just give them a call ASAP. Now, away from that, Inter Milan president Marotta come as according say we no follow Arsenal discuss anything about Esposito because yesterday a report came out that Arsenal Berta is in contact with sporting director there about Esposito. So he say we no follow anybody talk about Esposito, but Inter are not a selling club. We don't make player trading our main activity. Pio Esposito is a product of our youth academy and we treasure him. Of course, anything can happen in the future, but that would be very far into the future. Say they don't get any plan to sell the guy. Now, talking about what happened yesterday, Wolves, bottom team, defeated the defending champions Liverpool in the pursue Champions League football. Social media come scatter yesterday. As if Van Dijk talk about the game. Van Dijk say we were too slow, we were this, we were that, we were sluggish. Salah self scoring first goal in a long while. You get. Now, as Wolves beat them, Wolves collect points for Arsenal 2-2. Wolves beat Aston Villa 2-0. Wolves now don't beat the last 3 games time be this. So Wolves now don't beat Liverpool 2-1. Me, I call the one that say if to say Wolves play like this from the beginning of the season, they no go relegation, but na different manager did at that time. So now they have Rob Edwards, who is doing fantastic. I say when they score the goal, we see the way Rob Edwards say Jack Party run, they celebrate or more. Wolves celebrates back. In fact, Wolves don't set different records. This is the first time in 9 years that a bottom place Premier League team beats the reigning champions. Huge win for Wolves. Although when you check the table, they see they far off, you get, but they're trying to come back. I don't look their next like 9 games or thereabouts. Now, is no big fixture there. The biggest fixture there na Tottenham Hotspur, but not say Spurs. They don't see their period now. So now all those Fulham, Sunderland, get now those kind of teams then get. So I don't know whether they will fit make the drop. They just beat the drop. But this was Rob Edwards running, celebrating. Instead, people will say, why are you celebrating like that? You are 20 at bottom of the table. Say it doesn't matter. You get. So this type of games, when you beat a team like Liverpool, you need to enjoy the moment. Just forget about your trouble. Forget about where you did. Just enjoy. Just enjoy. You get. Now, Wolves manager Rob Edwards was absolute bonkers when Wolves scored the winner in stoppage time. In fact, Anslot don't know they don't know what to explain. About just they confused. You know the funny thing, Everton self don't play their own game, or Everton win their own game, I think 2-0 or thereabouts. They win their own game. Now Everton win their own game, when they watch the Liverpool game. And the score Liverpool game, Everton fans start to celebrate over this England rivalry is crazy, man. This is just crazy. Everton fans start to celebrate. They go to see maybe Everton they play, they celebrate, they go, they shout, go. In fact, they interview one Everton player for the stadium. Go the year go call the one that said, I was going on TNT call it and say, hey, what was your score? That's like everywhere was laughter again. Now, based on say Liverpool don't lose now, when you look at the table, you go see say Liverpool dey 5th. Liverpool dey 48 points. They don't play one more game ahead of Aston Villa and Manchester United. Man U go play their own. If Man U win, Man U will extend that gap. They will go 54 points. Now, 54. You go see say Man U don dey 6 points ahead of Liverpool. Aston Villa now go play Chelsea. If Aston Villa will look at Chelsea dey 45. You get Chelsea dey 45, Villa dey 51. If Villa win, Villa go extend their gap with Chelsea for 9 points. extend the gap with Liverpool to 6 points. You get, so e no go good. Me, I want make Chelsea beat Villa. Na must win for Chelsea, so that the championship league race go dey hot, because me I still dey eye that Aston Villa Man City game at the end of the season. I want that game to mean something for Aston Villa. Make e no be say they don already collect Champions League stuff, so e no go mean anything. Let it mean something. Let them have something to fight for, because this title race fit go down the wire. You get, so I'll be rooting for Chelsea to actually beat Aston Villa again, so that this Champions League race go dey very very interesting. Now, talking about today's games, we go play Brighton for the Amex Stadium. Villa go play Chelsea. You get, then Man City go play Nottingham Forest. Newcastle go play Manchester United. This say Newcastle Manchester United no be easy game. Newcastle dey in form right now. You get, I will not be surprised if we see Manchester United's first loss under Carrick today at the St James's Park. I no go dey surprised. We will see am. Now, talking about our own game we wan play against Brighton at the Amex Stadium. When you look at our head-to-head, we dey usually enjoy for that Amex Stadium. We have beaten them 3 times and we drew twice. And the last 5 times we don play there, we no lose. Why is it like this? Because Brighton na team wey dey play football for ground. They no dey fear anybody. Brighton no dey do say, okay, because you are Arsenal, let us come and change and play 10 men behind the ball. Oh, because you are Man City, let's come and change and play 10 men. They don't get that time. They will come outside, play you. If you want win, may you win. You get, that's why I go to say 3-0, 4-2, all this kind, like, that's what it be. You get. So this match is not going to be different, unless maybe the one can shock everybody now, because that's so Pep said shock us this season. So most wetin go happen there, all things being equal, we have a full house. You get, the only problem we'll get now maybe fatigue, because we no really rest. We are playing Sunday. I think I talk about in press conference. We played on Sunday. We just rested 2 days. That we won't even do training. If say na even if say na Emirates Stadium they play for even better, we are traveling. I think South London or thereabouts. That's now out of London. One say now out of London it will be. We are traveling. You get, so how it will be. I just, it's a bit. I just, in fact, I don't just know. So this particular match, we then try all the possible best to make sure say then win now. Now, when you check our calendar, you get, you will see say after we play this Brighton game now, we will play Mansfield like 3 days later. You get, today at 4. We will play Mansfield on the 7th. That one at FA Cup, I think 4th or 5th round. Then once we play that one now, another away game. Then we'll come Champions League don't start to round of 16. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 days later. You get, and we'll go away again. You get, see, imagine 3 away streets, back. You get, we'll travel go Germany. But when you want rest, when you want to play, you play resting period go again at this Mansfield based on say our first level we just rest them, maybe play second 11 against this Mansfield. Now we say we rest to you get. Imagine other teams like our Man City now we get big team for all these cup games. I don't want to rest. You get, so everybody they face and not be saying only us. After we play this Bayer Leverkusen, we dey host Everton. That's another physical game. After that Everton now, look at the dates: 11, 14, 17, 3 days interval. After we play this Everton now, we dey play second leg of the Champions League. After that second leg of the Champions League, we dey play EFL Cup final with Man City. That one na 5 days rest. Papa, e no easy. You get, so this particular team we just dey pray make God give the players the strength, because e no easy. All these things wey you dey see, it takes a toll on the player. Look at Declan Rice, almost get injury the other day now. They go still wan play am today, because we want to win and you want to play your best players. You want to put your best foot forward. Baba, na the situation of things be that. I just dey pity for the players. Some people go say, and na only us dey play. Baba, how many people dey play? The number of games wey dey play. How many people dey in 4 competitions at the same time? Now we are Man City now. You get, the number of games wey we don play this season. Some clubs never play am. Man, you never play am. You get, e no easy. Imagine this Everton side now. Everton, they dey all these cups. They will just dey chill, just dey rest, they wait for you. They rest. Donkey ears resting. They rest. You go come. They will dey fresh. You go dey half fresh. But God pass them, God pass them. We'll just pray, make the players just get that 40. Make Ateta know I go to rotate all the team. Now, there's the statistics that came out that Chelsea have won 73% of their games this season without Cole Palmer, compared to 24% when Cole Palmer plays. And it be like saying that true. This guy said against Arsenal, what he even play? This guy don't lose form. If at this season, Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka, Salah, they're plenty. They're plenty this season. We will say they've become a shadow of themselves. That's what it just be. Now, away from that, So Jamie Carragher called to talk about Chelsea. He say managers like Liam Rosinho won't take the club anywhere. It's a young squad. There's zero stability. You watch the games against Arsenal, Burnley, and you don't even see a clear plan. Now you dey accuse Chelsea manager because he lose to Chelsea Arsenal. Anybody can lose for Arsenal. Arsenal is a very very good team. He lose against Burnley, say they can't take them anywhere. Why you never talk the same thing about Ancelotti wey lose to Wolves that he cannot take the team? Because the argument is that the team wey Ancelotti use win the league no be him team, na club team. Most of all those players don go now, him don go market assemble him own team. Now look at what he's doing with his own team. Why you now never come for your manager? Wey dey notice say there is this subconscious bias wey Canada get towards Arsenal, towards Liverpool. You know, they usually talk bad things about the Liverpool manager. In the guide in tongue, you get. I know saying with that manager they go dey talk for phone maybe after game, they go dey, maybe that's why no one really talk anything about it. But he is quick to speak ill about other people's manager. How do you come out? This Lea Rosinho, how many games you don become coach, you don manage this season? How many you don lose? Na only Arsenal don really beat am, or unless I'm mistaken. He has lost only to Arsenal 3 times. Arsenal na small team to lose against. What are you saying? Your manager now lose against Wolves. We never hear your mouth. You never talk anything. That's the world we are in. Now, former Chelsea director, what they call Jim Fraser, has been identified by James Ellis as a potential successor for Pamatesaka. It is possible that Arsenal see this as a role focused heavily on identifying and recruiting young talents. Get so well. I wish him all the best. If na him they choose for the role, it gets everywhere good. Now, hand of Arsenal currently let us know say Declan Rice and Kai Havertz are both match fit, and they will travel with the Arsenal squad to Brighton. However, a final decision will be made tomorrow on their match day squad inclusion. This for me, this sound like two contradictory lines. If they are match fit, why do we need a final decision again to be made on whether they will be included if they are match fit? You get. So it is either they are match fit or they are not match fit. But more just take am the way we need to talk am. You get. Because I believe say Kayavas go play, maybe Kayavas come the other day come play. In fact, Kayavas supposed to play because we need to dey rotate. Look at what we have ahead of us. We need to dey rotate so that we don't get anybody breaking down. This Declan Rice, if to say na when Merino dey, this Rice suppose to don rest. Even if he no rest, make e no dey play 90 minutes, 90 minutes. He's not a robot. God give you clean bill of health, we understand, but it doesn't mean we should now misuse it. Ah ah. If this guy break down with this running, we have Champions League game ahead of us, oh, double header. You get. We have a physical game coming against Everton, sandwiching between the double header. Baba, make na sef think am o, you get. Na where me I dey come from be that. Now, moving forward, Manchester United legend Rio Ferdinand come dey make one huge claim next season. He say next season, this Arsenal wey dey see, they will be harder to beat. This Arsenal, they will be harder because he know say anything wey make Arsenal win this league now, confidence go enter, experience go dey. E no go dey very very difficult. Former Manchester United and England defender Rio Ferdinand expect Arsenal to get over the line in the title race by hook or crook anyhow. So Arsenal go win this league. You get. And he has suggested that that could kickstart a successful period for the North London side. I think Arsenal will win this title by hook or crook. He said on the Ferdinand Presents podcast. You see this way talk. I wanted to use it as my thumbnail. The Arsenal will win the league by hook or crook. But I can't say I use that Mikel. He said, I think the following year, with that confidence and the silverware, they become a different beast altogether, and even more of a harder team to beat now. You know, end there. So Baba Kodu talk say he got to defend Arsenal's reliance on set pieces goals this season. You get, because Arsenal have scored 32 goals from set pieces so far this season. 32 goals, but from corner alone, 24. From corner alone, 24. So 32 means cross and nod, free kick, you know what this is now. 2 goals from corners on Sunday's 2-1 win against Chelsea took that tally to 16 in the Premier League, the joint most by any team in history. You get. Now, you know, end there. I absolutely agree and respect Arsenal's tactics, Ferdinand said. So I still think they deserve respect for the way they've crafted this and the way they've got this together and become so dominant. In fact, it is fearful now. You can sense fear in the opposition when they've got a set piece. The deliveries are a joke again. And at the same time way Pep dey talk say many opposition teams would love to create this same vibe, but because they cannot do it, they now tend to demonize the people that are doing it efficiently. Now, TalkSport put out a fantastic report. Now, this thing wey dem dey talk na something wey be say me I don talk am before. I don talk am before, you get. Look at the dates wey dem upload am. Dem upload am yesterday night, 1948. That's like to 8. Now, let's enter the report. Dem dey call out Gary Neville over anti-Arsenal bias on commentary with complaints Gunners are being gaslit. Now, make we go on. So when you read these TalkSport reports, as Arsenal inch closer towards the Premier League title, Gary Neville underlined the importance of blocking the outside noise. Now, remember the day we analyzed this thing when Gary Neville made that statement. Say, if Arsenal want to win the league now, Arsenal need to take just don't focus on the external noise, the outside noise. Be focused. I made one salient point. I said, you, Gary Neville, you are not the architect. You are one of the architects because them plenty. You are one of the architects of this outside noise you're talking about. Gary Neville, for that report, wey him put out, he talk say during their own time, noise dey, but na from the media, you get. So, but now we have social media. Them, they didn't have social media. Even if social media dey then, no really dey like now. So I can't talk am that time say, you are talking about the media then, but now you are part of the media and you are part of those bringing the outside noise to Arsenal. You have this subconscious bias in as much as in the talk say, oh, I want Arsenal to win the league this season, but do you really want Arsenal to win the league this season? Na eye service. Make e no be like say e no dey support Arsenal, but deep down within im heart, the innermost part of im heart, he doesn't want Arsenal to win the league. And now TalkSport when they realize something, me I don't do the analysis then just dey talk am now, and I'm happy everybody's trying to see who Gary Neville is. Now, that is something easier said than done, especially with the Manchester United legend standing accused of creating the same exact noise. TalkSport no be small media house, so for them to be calling him out, I love it. Now, why Gary Neville is the architect of the outside noise issue? This is the danger. People talk about the outside noise. Now, Semiu sef na one of the popular people at TalkSport. So Semiu dey talk and say, yes, people dey talk about the outside noise is coming from every single direction. I heard Gary Neville talking about the outside noise on Sky Sports. He is the biggest culprit in terms of creating that noise. The second goal went in from Julian Timber. And for that Chelsea game, Timber score. Before Timber go even celebrate, Gary Neville for Sky Sports already talk say, I think there's a foul on the keeper. Why is that your first line of thought? Timber score goal. Oh, I think there's a foul on the keeper. Narrative. You don't set agenda. Agenda must agenda. Now, I think there's a foul on the keeper. Then, when Joe Pedro sef score im own goal, that 2-2 goal wey supposed to be 2-2, wey be say na offside o. Replay never even come. Gary Neville don rush talk say, I don't even know if it's offside. Why do you want Arsenal to always lose or draw points? It is the desperation to get ahead of action to make it seem like you know more. On top of that, it is bias coming through. It's not the first time Gary Neville has been accused of holding an anti-Arsenal stance. Okay. Now, Perry Grooves, when they question the media's lack of balance towards Arsenal. I reports with this, so I wish I could see the video. I'll go find the video. Mark, I watch the video. I never watched this video. I'm just reading the reports. So Perry Grooves when they explain, say the media have this bias towards Arsenal. When they report Arsenal stories, they don't give balance, which is why I'm here. Most times I will bring some kind of story, analyze and the way it's supposed to be. Now, despite Neville also stating he believes the Gunners will end their Premier League title drought, it didn't stop ex-Arsenal winger Perry Grooves from claiming there is somewhat of a desperation for Manchester City to beat Arsenal to the title. And it is true. We get accused of persecution complex. You think that everyone is against you, Grooves said. The different narratives are, for example, Man City go Leeds for the Elland Road. They struggle to win that match. Man City win 1-0. The media Oh, Man City grinded it out. This shows professionalism. That's what we do to win title. We play Chelsea, we be big team. We beat them 2-0. Oh, Arsenal were a bit lucky. Set piece FC. How come they ground it out against a team in the bottom six? Even though it is a difficult place to go. The same difficult place to go, we went down, we beat them 4-0. But the media don't give us our accolades. They don't give us our flowers. Like Perigov say, you have to be balanced. You have to be balanced. Just because we are Arsenal, everybody wants us not to win one of the big titles. Because then the assessment will be, you don't have the metal, you have bottled it again. They really, really want us to bottle it again to feed their narrative. Now, even yesterday, we all said Chelsea were the better team in general play and created the better chances. But I said, I don't care. Now, Pellegrini they talk and say, I don't care because we had to find a way. Just like in our own full-time analysis, people were saying, oh, we didn't play well. I was like, I don't care. Baba, the 3 points is okay for me. If I play rubbish. That was the same thing I also said, that I don't care. Baba, give me that 3 points. Who could they move forward? Who playing well help? If you play well and you don't lose, none of them look at that way. So I'm happy that another big station is calling out Gary Neville. Nobody saying that individuals now they call him now. A big like Talk Sports. It suits me. Now you could see Mikel Arteta when he shook Liam Rosinho's hand. He knew that was a huge result. He knew that was relief because what he saw with his eyes was we played not so well as we would have loved to play, but now we got over that. Chelsea have only lost 3 games since Rosinho has been in charge, and they've all been against us. Aside from the criticism of scoring several goals via set pieces, some sections of the media and rival supporters have taken aim at Arsenal regarding their celebration because you also got to talk say, okay, look the other day now, we beat Spurs, we celebrate. We are not allowed to celebrate. But Man City is allowed to celebrate against Leeds. Like, how do you balance? Make a boss your brain. You see Gary Neville, Carragher, Paul Scholes, Roy Keane. Imagine that Paul Scholes say we don't deserve to win the league. But if he go choose winner of the league, he go give Man City. Most of these people that are biased, that have bias against Arsenal, sometimes they know when it is show. It is called subconscious bias. It just deal within their system. They know when they just display them. Why? Because of the rivalry and the hatred they have towards Arsenal during their own playing days. That's why. There was a huge rivalry during when Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, Gary Neville were playing with Arsenal. Now Manchester United and Arsenal they drag just as they drag with Man City now. Now so it be then. Even when we win the Vera said during the invisible time, they don't win the league like back to back. If they win, man, you go win. One, you go win, then go win one. That's so it be. Then they drag them then. So that bitterness is inbuilt. And when you now have somebody like people like that in position of being a pundit, addressing thousands and millions of people all over the world, that bias dey within. They no go want anything successful, just like as Henry dey now. Because of Henry play for Barcelona, during that time, there was this who will be more superior. Henry came out one time, that time when Vinicius get that problem with racism and all that. Henry said, I will say this boldly, and I know a lot of people will look at it somehow. I don't like Real Madrid. I came out and I said, Henry not supposed to talk that kind of thing because you are in the public eye. You don't, even if now what's in your mind, based on that rivalry during his playing days. Today, Henry no like Spurs. Anything Spurs na shit pack up away any day. Henry no like Madrid. But Henry no dey let all those things affect him in punditry. But Carragher said, what you concern we and you? I don't even understand. What you concern we and Carragher? Should we and Liverpool drag anything? Maybe Carragher hate Arsenal with passion. Scholes, Keane, Neville, I can understand that there was huge rivalry. So for those who don't really understand why these people don't like us, you get, this is the faucet origo. This is the origin, where it originated from, you get. And that's it just be. Well, it's fine. So my dear Arsenal lovers, Spoke will also bring you another message from another of our sponsors. So Dove and Dove International Academy in conjunction with Dove Football Academy and Tita Sports Spain presents a New York Youth World Challenge. We invite you to participate in the first ever organized tournament for kids and family in the history of the World Cup. Dove and Dove International Academy have been handed the privilege to represent Nigeria at the first ever organized tournament for kids and family at the World Cup coming up in New York City, USA, July 2026. This serves as an invitation to indicate interest as an individual under 10 and 12 ages, plus opportunity for parents to participate in this prestigious tournament and tour. If interested, call plus 234-806686-6665 or plus 234-81-5628-2562 to get started. The travel cost per child is going to be 5.5 million. Registration closes 15th of March 2026. Parents are allowed to follow kids. So make you just contact the number at the bottom of the screen if you have any question whatsoever. You just get in touch with them ASAP. I would have said our biggest news of the day. That be the fact say Mikel Obi dey complain say our corner kick dey illegal. Say we dey cheat. But what I can say to that is cry me a river, baby. I laugh to that. All right, so with that being said, I think it's a fine place for us to call the channel. It's like come your way later in the evening to give the evening slow. Then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day and get out. All right, guys.